Ladies and gentlemen, they got him. It appears that they got the guy who gunned down the UnitedHealthcare CEO in Manhattan right outside of a hotel. Ladies and gentlemen, it appears that they got the guy from Post Millennial. Breaking: suspect in UnitedHealthcare CEO murder revealed as Luigi Mangione has manifesto railing against the healthcare industry. Now, I want to say this right from the jump, okay? We have seen things like this before, where there is a high-level case, something crazy has happened, like an assassination of a big-time, whatever. And there are police forces who are under a lot of pressure to find the guy who did it, okay? And that pressure has, in some situations, we've seen it throughout history, throughout the past, that pressure has made police forces do things that are very stupid, like framing an innocent person, okay? So, I think what we need to do here is we need to say, okay, it appears like this could be the guy, but let's force them to prove it in a court of law first, okay? I'm not saying he's not, but I'm also not going to say that he is. This is why we have the court system here in the United States that we do. Let's read, man. Luigi Mangione, 26, was taken into custody this morning in Altoona, Pennsylvania, in connection to the fatal assassination-style shooting of UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson on Wednesday. Officials recovered a gun as well as a 2-page document that lashes out against the healthcare industry and insurance companies. The document, per CNN, suggests that violence is the answer. It never is, ladies and gentlemen. It never is. Because now this young gentleman, if he is indeed the assassin, his life is over. His life is over. And nothing has changed. Absolutely nothing. But let's continue. He was found at a McDonald's where he was an employee with a ghost gun that can fire 9mm rounds and a suppressor similar to those police believe was used in the attack on Thompson. While he is being held in Pennsylvania, the man would be expedited to New York City to face the charges. The man is 26 years old and was using a fake ID. He was arrested by local police but not yet charged and was found to have 4 fake IDs in his possession. It seems that he had some ill will towards corporate America, said New York Police Department officials in a press conference. As for the document, officers said that that is still in the possession of the officers in Pennsylvania. Mangione had a particular personal reason to hate the medical community, its treatment of an ailing relative, sources said. Per the New York Post, while in high school, he worked at an assisted living home. They are still searching his social media, and the document, officers said, was handwritten. Mangione has ties to Pennsylvania, Maryland, California, and Hawaii. There has been no indication of prior arrests. He lost his grandmother and grandfather in 2013 and 2017, respectively. We're still working this investigation very hard, said the officer in response to questions as to his motivation or if he had inside information. They believe that he was acting alone. The use of drones in Central Park, he said, was instrumental, as was the surveillance footage from hundreds of cameras around the city. Mangione reportedly went to the University of Pennsylvania and was the valedictorian of his high school class, per the New York Post. The outlet also reported that he was from Towson, Maryland. The Post also reports that on his Goodreads profile, Mangione shows quotes he particularly likes ranging from Socrates to Bruce Lee to wacky anti-establishment Ted Krasinski. The infamous Unabomber who terrorized the country for nearly 2 decades by planting deadly bombs before he was nabbed in 1996. While at UPenn, he was interviewed by Penn Today in an article that the school has now deleted from their site. He was asked about his interest in video games and how he taught himself to program. He was a computer science major at Penn, and while there, he decided to launch a student-run video game development club called Upgrade. And these are photos of the young man here. Brian Thompson was shot on 6th Avenue in the early morning hours of Wednesday when he was attending a conference. He leaves behind a wife and 2 sons. The man who shot him appeared to be laying in wait, said New York Police Department Commissioner Jessica Titch, as he let others go by. Per surveillance footage only approaching Thompson, it became clear that this was a targeted attack. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are angry about something, and you want to see something change, you want to see real change in America or just in your daily life, violence doesn't work. It doesn't work. In fact, this actually proves this. So let's take a look at this man's life, this young gentleman's life. He appeared to have everything together. Okay? Now, we see that in his post, he or someone close to him may have been experiencing some form of back injury, some spinal injury, or spinal pain, back pain, something like this, and him or someone that he knows, someone that he was close to, may have not been able to get treatment because of their healthcare coverage would not cover it. Ladies and gentlemen, he then allegedly proceeds to kill the UnitedHealthcare CEO. And what has changed? What has changed? The other healthcare companies, the other insurance companies, Blue Cross Blue Shield, they've now taken all of the pictures down of their executive teams. Now we have no idea who these people are at all. There's no way we'll ever know who these people are. Security is going to be even tighter. They're going to double down. And what's crazy is these CEOs that are getting the people that are getting hired to be CEOs for these companies, they're going to say, well, this is a very high risk job. There's people out here that want to kill the CEOs of these companies. I need more money. So these companies are going to hire these CEOs. They're going to give them even more money, which is going to take away even more money from your healthcare insurance. Not only has nothing changed, but this made everything worse. But you don't think about that in the moment, do you? You don't think about that because you're thinking about yourself. You're thinking about your own situation. You're not thinking about how you doing something stupid like gunning down a CEO could actually make things worse. And I can tell you, the conversation around this situation has been absolutely insane. Let me give you an incredible example here. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a young lady who went on Piers Morgan by the name of Taylor Lorenz. Taylor Lorenz is a former Washington Post journalist and also now a former a former Vox journalist as well. She's been recently fired because she's been going around saying insane things like this right here. I'm going to share this with you guys.
I'm not alone, you said. Healthcare executive down with party balloons was on a next post that you commented on. Why would you be in such a celebratory mood about the execution of another human being? Aren't you supposed to be on the caring, sharing left where, you believe in the sanctity of life?
I do believe in the sanctity of life. And I think that's why I felt, along with so many other Americans, joy, unfortunately, because it feels like...
Serious?
I mean...
Joy at a man's execution?
Maybe not joy, but certainly not empathy. Because again,
we're watching the footage. How can this make you joyful? This guy's a husband, he's a father, and he's been gunned down in the middle of Manhattan. Why does that make you joyful?
Of Americans that he murdered. So are the tens of thousands of Americans, innocent Americans, who died because greedy health insurance executives like this one push policies of denying care to the most vulnerable people. And the many millions of Americans that have watched people that I care about suffer and in some cases die because of lack of health
So
care.
should they all be killed
And
then? Should they all be killed, these healthcare executives? Would that make you even more joyful?
No, that would not.
But why not?
And
why are you laughing?
I think because it wouldn't fix the
You seem
system.
to find the whole thing hilarious.
I find your question funny.
A bloke's being murdered in the street. I don't find it funny at all.
I don't find it funny that tens of thousands.
Yeah. You guys get the point. The woman is clearly a psychopath, saying that her and many others found joy in the fact that this man was murdered. Ladies and gentlemen, this woman, thank goodness, has been fired because of this. She's been fired from her job. You can see here, Taylor Lorenz out at Vox Media days after cheering CEO's murder. Now, Vox did say that, this wasn't because, she said insane things. I'm paraphrasing, of course. I don't have the exact quote right in front of me. But of course they would say that. You know what I mean? Of course they would say that, because if they came out and said, we fired this woman because she said insane things about, being happy that the CEO was murdered, then they would get attacked from the left, which is exactly what's happening to many people right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this doesn't help anything. This does not help anything. In fact, this is going to make things worse for everyone. It's just these companies are going to be forced to take even more resources away from your healthcare, and they're going to give it. They're going to give it to the CEOs, because the CEOs that these companies hire are going to come into the company and they're going to say, look, if you want me to be your CEO, this is a high-risk job. I need more money because I'm going to have to hire security. And these companies are going to be forced to say, okay. And that's just more money taken away from your health care, all because of this imbecile. I don't know, man. I don't get it. I just don't get it. The fact that young people in this country have completely lost the ability to just look ahead. It's simple chess, okay? You're playing chess. You got to be able to think about, okay, if I move this piece here, what is going to be the response from my opponent? You have to be able to think ahead and to think about the possible ramifications of what could happen if you do something. Stupidity, man. Absolute stupidity. This is only going to make things worse. This is not how you fix the healthcare industry in this country. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here defending insurance companies at all. Like, I agree in some situations. Now, the overwhelming majority of people get their insurance paid out. Okay, I believe the number is up into 90% of insurance gets paid out. Okay, so maybe 10% of the time, it's like 10% of the time where the insurance doesn't get paid out. And look, that sucks, man. I'm not saying that's good, that your insurance doesn't get paid out. I'm not defending these companies, but this level of violence solves nothing. Violence in general solves nothing. You have to go through the court systems. You have to fix things through the courts. You have to fix things through legislation, politically, getting the right people in office who are going to pass the right legislation. You got to be doing what Scott Pressler is doing in Pennsylvania, and now it looks like he's going to be going to New Jersey to register people to vote. Get people voting for the right candidates. Get the right candidates in office. Pass the right legislation. This is how you change things. This is how you have long-lasting change that affects. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. Young people have got to understand this, okay? Whenever you set out to create change in society, you might not actually ever see that change in your life. That's just the reality. There are many people who set out to build a nation in the United States, to build the United States, who they never got to see it. They set out, they fought against the British, and they said, we're going to build a nation here. And they never got to see it through because they passed before they could. But their work that they did helped to create the nation that we have. That's the reality. When you set out to create change in the healthcare industry, if you're wanting to create change, if you set out to create, you might not see it. But your work it has to be done. The work has to be done. It can't be, oh, I'm just going to go kill somebody because I'm angry, because I'm a freaking idiot psychopath who can't see 5 feet in front of me, who can't see, what's right around the corner. It's blatantly obvious what was going to happen after this fool did this. These insurance companies are going to crack down. They're just going to take more money away from your healthcare to give it to their CEOs so they can have security teams now. They took all the pictures of their executive teams down, and now we have no idea who these people are. Good job, stupid. You solved nothing. There's a right way to do things. There's a wrong way to do things. This guy went about it the wrong way. And now nothing has changed, and his life is over. It's over. He's probably going to go to jail for life, and he will rot in a prison cell. Congratulations. You solved absolutely nothing except you had your little tantrum. And now a man is dead, and his family is grieving. Good job, dude. You took a father away from his kids, and now his kids have no father, and his wife is a widow. Congratulations. You've solved absolutely nothing. I don't know, man. This is absolutely insane. The left is absolutely insane what they're saying about this situation. It's got to stop, man. It's got to stop. I'm going to leave it there. I'll have another video coming for you guys likely tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to support this channel, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment section down in the comment section, hit that notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we put out new videos. Follow me on all those socials down in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.